Welcome to the Tech Talks Daily Podcast, where you can learn and be inspired by real-world examples of how technology is transforming businesses and reshaping industries in a language everyone can understand. Here is your host, Neil C. Hughes.
Greetings and salutations, and a big warm welcome back to the Tech Talks Daily Podcast. Now, as organisations begin to envision what the return to the office is going to look like, or in some cases have already put plans into action and they've had this unique opportunity to reimagine the entire layout and feel of their space, I wanted to explore that topic a little bit more. And while the nature of on-site work has changed significantly since the start of the pandemic, the office still represents a prime forum to inform, engage and entertain employees and visitors alike. And after spending so much time working remotely and away from their colleagues, workers want to feel more involved and connected with their counterparts and employers more than ever before. And yes, there are so many ways about doing this, but we are seeing more and more businesses turn to technology to create experiences that employees and visitors will remember and take pride in. So today I've got Piet Vanhuyse, Barco's Global Segment Market Director for Large Video Walls, onto the podcast. He's going to share his insights on helping organisations evaluate, select, install and optimise display technology. But enough spoilers from me. Let's get today's guest onto the podcast now. So a massive warm welcome to the show. Can you tell the listeners a little about who you are and what you do?
Hi, Neil. First of all, also thanks for the opportunity and hosting me. So my name is Piet Vanhuyse. I live in Belgium, basically only a bike ride away from Barco's headquarters. I joined Barco in 2019 after a career in management consulting. And I started there in product management for Barco's direct view LED portfolio. And now in my current role, I'm leading segment marketing for our large video wall experience business units.
I love that. And a question I always like to begin with is asking, obviously you're just a bike ride away from your office in Belgium, but what's your origin story? Can you remember where your passion for tech came from and what put you on this path you're on today?
But to be honest, I'm a bit a late bloomer when it comes to a passion for tech.
Yeah.
It's only when I was in consulting, I gradually learned and experienced firsthand how technology is critical to enable business transformation. Of course, technology doesn't drive innovation, but people do. But it provides the means to create and make a difference. And it's exactly that what triggered me to further explore technology and really become passionate about technology.
And that path did lead you to Barco, which I believe designs and develops visualization and collaboration solutions for various selected professional markets. And that's such a cool thing right now. I think it's something that everyone's calling out for. But can you just tell the listeners a little bit more about those kind of problems that you're solving for your customers with your technology?
Yes, I can. So Barco's mission is actually to enable bright outcomes. And that we do in many different ways. So it's about transforming content actually into insights and emotion. And how we want to achieve that mission, or how we achieve that mission, is we offer networked visualization solutions, both hardware and software and related services, and help our customers to achieve their goals. And it goes quite broad. So it goes from protecting the health and safety of millions to creating unforgettable experiences with our entertainment division, but also about supporting people to work smarter together and collaborate better together. And on that, more specifically for companies and enterprises, we provide workplace collaboration solutions, as you correctly mentioned, with our ClickShare offering. We have also our visualization solutions like for lobbies, boardrooms, auditoria, experience centers. But we also go beyond that and across the enterprise with also a full control room solution portfolio and even corporate learning and development solutions.
And I think everywhere, all over the world, organisations are now beginning to envision what that return to the office will look like after those lengthy lockdown periods. And in some cases, many have already got their plans into action. But can you tell me a little bit more about why you think you have this unique opportunity to reimagine the layout and feel of that office space?
Oh. I think as we re-enter the workplace or now entering the workplace again, technology will enable like a next generation of office experiences. Or expectations have changed, the reality has changed, and we recognize quite some benefits of remote working, but we also understand like the need for human connection, also for the support that sometimes a corporate office can bring. And for a lot of companies, now is an opportunity to really rethink the employee experience. So the journey that an employee takes within a company, and that goes beyond just the employee engagement. And the company's physical workspace, its culture, and also the technology are all important components of that experience.
And I think after spending so much time working remotely and away from their colleagues, I think many workers want to feel more involved and connected with their counterparts and employees than ever before. So can you expand on how there are actually many ways to go about that, and how you can see more and more businesses turning to technology to create experiences?
Yeah. And if I may, I would also like to expand that connection element, not only to co-workers, but also to potential customers, investors, other key stakeholders, etc. Because as I previously mentioned, it's indeed all about the experience, and technology plays a crucial role in this. And one of these approaches we call, or is called in general, also decorating, which is a concept that combines basically the world of technology and the world of interior design. Specifically, when you integrate display technologies or visuals as a canvas for the digital content, and decorating is about that engagement and creating impressions. It's about creating memorable experiences, also reflecting the brand and the pride you have as a business towards the world, and make sure that you create a sense of excitement and engagement across those set of stakeholders or co-workers or customers. And it's really something where you can use technology to uplift spirits, energize people, but it also goes beyond that. You want your employees specifically to enjoy the office once again. And visualization can enable there also better collaboration, which is becoming increasingly hybrid. And it can, of course, like I already said, trigger creativity and inspiration for any type of employee that you have.
And from the conversations you're having with your customers and businesses out there, and also observations that you're seeing around you, are there any particular tech trends that you're seeing in this area?
Definitely. So many companies are now rethinking and redesigning offices, and it's not always downsizing because you increasingly work from home, but it's always uplifting in terms of impact that they create. And they aim for the office to become a true destination where inspiration and collaboration are stimulated. Often you have lobbies playing a crucial role in this, whether it be like a town hall lobby or an inspiration lobby. And more concretely, in terms of trends in the technology space, I think one aspect you have is hybrid ways of working, which are changing also the design of meeting rooms and boardrooms. In the past, the meeting table was the centerpiece of the room, but it is increasingly becoming the visual or the visualization solution, which also results in new types of setups for seating also to become rather V-shaped and centered around the table. Other than that, multifunctional spaces are continuously on the rise. So whether it is an experience center, which also serves as a backdrop for any commercial videos, or a town hall lobby where you both have the lobby experience, but also the ability for trainings, etc., or flexible collaboration spaces throughout the office, that multifunctional aspect becomes quite important. And that does not only apply for the spaces, but also specifically for visualization, because we see a step away from standard HD or 4K setups. There is a move to larger, more creative visualization solutions where people do not only look at the wall as an information display or just a PowerPoint slide show presenter, but truly a multifunctional canvas that can enable collaboration, and that takes a central place in that collaboration.
And we will have people listening all over the world that are hearing about Barco for the first time. And we've covered a lot of ground here, but just to bring to life everything that we're talking about, do you have any examples of how businesses are using your technology at the moment to prepare for this new future of work that we're building?
Yes, I do. And actually, since you're based in the UK, I brought a couple of examples also from the UK. So maybe a first one is Schlumberger, which wanted to create a new dynamic in the office. They wanted to bring different departments closer together and really create an environment that can inspire and nurture creative thinking. And so they have redesigned their entire office space, put down quite some just standard office space, and creating a collaborative open area to run brainstorming sessions, collaborate on team projects, while delivering also a bit larger seated area around that, where audiences can interact with that visual content and also give presentations. So that was really having technology to enable a new dynamic in the office. Another one, HP. I think most of your listeners will know HP. They have quite an impressive customer engagement center. And that's really for prospective clients to meet their experts and leaders and receive expert advice also on how to improve their businesses. And so there they saw that center as also an extension of their brand. And in there, quite some state-of-the-art technology, also the use of direct view LED, was equipped to really bring across the messages and the brand that they want to have. And then maybe lastly, the OPEX Group. It's one of the UK's largest or leading providers of data science and predictive analytics in the oil and gas sector. And they have installed also one of our Unicy video walls as the centerpiece in their new head office in Aberdeen. And it was for them not only the goal to draw insights from data, but they also wanted to present and collaborate in a compelling way. And so there you have that video wall as a focal point for executive customer presentations, collaborative workshops to accommodate training process, and also internal communications. So really, again, bringing the company, bringing customers, bringing everyone closer together by means of visualization.
And of course, implementing any kind of change in the workplace is going to be often met with, or it used to be met with, a certain amount of resistance. So how do you get people along that journey, or as the events of the last 18 months made people hungry for change and a big realization that they need to start changing things?
I think I see ourselves more as an enabler, because I get a lot also excitement from the discussions that I see. So the office is becoming a destination, and as an employer, you can also, by applying visualization, also give them an incentive to come more increasingly to the office. And so having those type of collaborative spaces, having those type of impressive visualization solutions in your office again, can also make sure that employees see the office as a destination, see the office as a place where they want to collaborate, where they get inspired from, etc. And then it's not a question about any type of people who are against moving to the office or against change, but it actually goes almost naturally, and people are eager to work in that new setting and to collaborate in that new setting.
When they've got this new setting there, I'm curious, do you get to hear any feedback stories, or do you overhear things as you're walking through the building and you think, it's all coming together here, and you can see the difference, and that almost before and after picture? Do you get to hear any feedback?
Yes, I would love also to hear more, but yes, we do hear feedback. And I think what is most positive, if it's not about even our visualization solution, it's about the change in culture is now maybe a bit exaggerated, but at least the change in dynamic that is created because of that. And so I would like to measure success by measuring a positive uptake in the employee experience, to Golden, and not just about having a functional video. And it's about having those positive feedbacks from our customers. You can read quite a couple on our website. That really visualization enables collaboration, that it enables inspiration. There I get also my personal energy from.
Love that. And as I got one eye on another year, we've got 2022 just around the corner. Is there anything that excites you about the road ahead, and what's going to be your next focus next year?
There's a lot of excitement because, first of all, visualization technology, and especially direct view LED, is still evolving rapidly. And it's about finding opportunities to turn these evolutions also into value for our customer is what personally excites me. It's a bit like employers who want to uplift the employee experience. We as Barco want to uplift our customer experience, and that we do increasingly by thinking together with our customers across the full customer journey. And I would say, I cannot yet say too much, but I would say stay tuned for any future visualization innovation from Barco, because it will come sooner than you think.
Oh, I love a good teaser. I'm going to have to get you back on next year. But before I let you go, I always like to try and have a little bit of fun with my guests. We started talking about your origin story. I'm now going to ask you, what was the soundtrack to that origin story? Is there a song or piece of music that continues to accompany you on your career, or just helps you get your head in the zone?
But if you talk about getting my head in the zone, for that I love listening to film music actually. Yeah. And in that space you have Ennio Morricone as a true legend. And if I need to select one song, it would be from the movie The Mission, Gabriel's Oboe, because that movie title also reminds me how important it is as a company to have a clear purpose or a clear mission. For Barco, it's all about enabling bright outcomes. And it's really something that drives me, but that I see also driving a lot of employees across the globe for what gives them energy and what brings them their passion.
What a great choice. We have something in common here. That's something that I listen to if I'm needing to write and concentrate on. And I've even toyed with the idea of having it at my funeral because it's such a powerful piece of music, isn't it?
That is true. I haven't thought about the funeral aspect yet, but interesting take to that.
Well, before I let you go, for anyone listening wanting to find out more information about Barco, what's the best way of finding you online, and equally contacting your team if they've got any questions?
So first of all, you have our company website, so barco.com, or you can follow Barco on LinkedIn or connect on my personal LinkedIn page. So just look up Piet Vanhuyse and you can find that.
Well, I always say at the end of every episode that technology works best when it brings people together, but I love how you're using it to bring this a huge opportunity, really, to use technology to help inform, engage, collaborate and entertain employees, visitors and everyone in between. It's incredible what you're doing here. I love how you're creating these experiences, but more than anything, thank you for sharing that story with me today.
You're very welcome, Neil.
So a huge thank you to today's guest for sharing his insights. I want to give a very special shout out to my friends at Hirect, who are sponsoring the Tech Talks Daily podcast this month. I always say on every episode that technology works best when it brings people together. And the recruitment industry is one of those areas in need of an upgrade, because the headache of traditional hiring often involves countless emails, checking spam folders and waiting around for replies. And Hirect are using technology to solve this very problem with the free app where recruiters can chat directly with candidates. And in doing so, they're no longer spending hours in their email and waiting around for responses, and can simply view resumes, exchange contact info, and then have an interview, all in seconds. And not only that, you get curated candidate recommendations, you can chat directly with candidates and accelerate that hiring process up to 10 times faster. So not only is Hirect using technology and this smartphone app to solve these problems, they're using tech to bring people together. But best of all, the app is a free download on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. So please check it out. Let me know your thoughts. And over to you. You've heard from today's guest. You've heard from me. You've heard from our sponsor. There's one person missing here, and that's you listening. Your thoughts, insights, experiences, questions, pictures to come on the show, whatever it is. Email me, techblogwriter@outlook.com. tweet with me or connect with me on LinkedIn at Neil C. Hughes, and my website is techblogwriter.co.uk. But we're out of time again, so a big thank you as always for listening, and until next time, don't be a stranger.
Thank you for listening to the Tech Talks Daily Podcast with Neil C. Hughes. Remember, technology works best when it brings people together.